Let's kick this one off with something I hope we can see the end product of by the time I'm done recording all the things I want to do in this episode. We've got to head over to Impulse SV's incredible cyberpunk city, because over the other side of this wall there is a place that I have frequently been visiting, these turtles. In fact, last time I was here, I dressed up like one of them, right? How's this for a season 6 throwback? I mean, you can't even see my eyes. Anyway, I've been getting my hands on turtle eggs because I want to have my own little turtle farm. And I've kind of made some observations here, like turtles can actually stack on top of each other. But most of my observations have come from breeding up the turtles. You see, once we do this, we have an interesting game of trying to harvest the eggs. But I believe turtles attempt to lay eggs on sand that was close to the place that they grew up on, because these turtles have all grown up from eggs themselves. So then most of the eggs end up sort of down this area and they become rather difficult to harvest. Doesn't seem to be the case right now. But I've been playing a tricky game of trying to get the turtle eggs, like this right here. You don't want to hit the turtles, but you want to harvest the eggs. And they just love to climb and clamber on top of these, making it just super awkward. Ah, look at that. I almost had these eggs. There we go, there we go. So I got 24 eggs, and I've been over here several times. We have over a stack now. And I am hoping I can make the harvesting process a little easier for myself. But I haven't even read like the wiki and brushed up on the turtle farming mechanics, so there probably is like a much better way. But the little experiment I wanted to conduct was simply to put one turtle egg on every spot of this 8x8 sand floor I've constructed. So yeah, our Aztec-inspired temples now has a turtle pit. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. Let's press our magic camera button. That view is absolutely awesome. This place may not look like it's changed much, but as you know, I really want to start to wrap up on the base here and move out to other areas. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about the details that I've added around here. Now you can just start to embrace and feel them, put in some extra trees. Over here, I tidied up this bridge. It is a very cozy little connection between myself and Jevin's area, which I love, by the way. The atmosphere here is simply gorgeous. Anyways, I will continue to chip away at this project, and you will probably noticing it just subtly changing from time to time. But it's not going to be the main focus of this episode, and by the end of this one, we're going to check back on the turtle pit that we've added to the build. Hopefully all of those turtles would have hatched. And we're going to need some nighttime for that, which is just perfect. We're going to let this night roll by and let those turtles grow up. And in the meantime, let's descend on down into Loglands. I have been preparing a few things over here we're going to talk about in the episode. First of all, though, a little context is required for the contraption I've assembled here. Dude,
so this is called
do you need a Never Sprout farm, by the way?
Yes.
I'll have to make one at Loglands.
Sweet. This is called a Mytrelium Grove because these trees are called Mytrelium trees. They're actually fungus trees.
Dude, that is disgusting.
Yep. This
Squelchy.
is called the...
so squelchy.
It is squelchy. This is the Poison Glade microbiome.
Nice.
This area is just called the Wastes. This is the Sulphora Marsh microbiome.
Sulphora Marsh.
Like the lakes and stuff.
What an awesome name.
False designed this flower over here. It's called the Falsicus symmetricus spore shroom.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's super
Look
cool.
how cool it is. Like the little babies are growing away from the mother plant.
So yes, this is a nether sprout farm for Ren's biomes. And I actually haven't turned this thing on yet. It's just sitting here. That was a fail. It's just sitting here waiting for a test run. I've attached it to the bone meal silo. So now we have bone meal pumping into here. It is ready to go. Right, just come around the back and flick the lever. Stuff should now be happening. Stuff clearly is happening, including getting our hands on some of those nether sprouts. The only thing is, yeah, I don't have a storage system set up yet. Wait a minute, I'm not actually getting nether sprouts here. I think I know why. They actually being generated but destroyed by water. Oh no! Yeah, those ones require shears to be harvested, so I guess I haven't made the right farm. Well, that's slightly embarrassing, but this is still a cool contraption because it actually doubles up as something else, which is a catchment for items that drop out of our rooted dirt farm. You see, the process of creating the trees creates a lot of excess items that so far I don't actually have a farm with a storage system for. So I figured I'll design this one in a way where the water stays out when it's not in use. And if this one's in use, it can send the items down into a storage system. So now I have a place to also pick up some of these mossy related blocks. And it helps turn loglands into just a beautiful jumble of redstone madness. And on the topic of redstone, I wanted to talk just a little bit about the engineering for this project, as there was a challenge here that I managed to sort of clearly define and then find a solution for. When we create clocks in this game, what we often end up with is like an even on signal and an even off signal in terms of time. In the case of this contraption, we need the redstone off time to be a lot shorter. It is lopsided because the way in which we want to control the water flowing out so that all the items can get pushed off. So what we have to do is just manipulate the existing clock. And here is an example of that in action. They turn on at about the same time, but this one stays on for a little bit longer. What I decided to do was split these repeaters into two groups. So it's doing the same thing, but we've put a block here and that powers our output signal from the torch. So when it turns off, this gets to stay on for a little bit longer. And then from there, all we need to do is invert the signal and send it up. So that's how I got this cool and compact little clock together. And it also passes a signal over at the right time to these target blocks, which of course dispense bone meal into the nylium blocks above. Now, I don't want to make this episode all about redstone. I've recently got back from a break. I went to Portugal, took some time off to relax, had a villa holiday of lounging in the sun, something I haven't done since I was a child. And I've got to say, that kind of mental break was absolutely fantastic. I didn't know I needed that. And when I got back onto Hermitcraft, of course, there were plenty of things to discover around the server. Outside of our rooted dirt shop, the area is evolving. Kaboom has expanded and looks utterly gorgeous. It's got some really cool interiors too, and inside of here, there was actually a mini game that I found. How to play: set your spawn in the bed and clear inventory, throw 1 diamond at the door. When the door opens up, enter the room, grab the fireworks and escape before the fireworks fight back. Additionally, the doors stay open between 5 to 18 seconds. Right, okay, I think I get the gist of this now. I got them diamonds. Let's plop down and give this a go. Give it a whirl. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm out. No! No! Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Woo! Oh, I really did not go for greed. I was like 5 seconds and I'm out, right? Oh, we got to do it again. We got to do this again. And again and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm out. Woo! Nice. Okay. That's like 2 diamonds. That's like 2 diamonds worth of rockets, right? That's a bargain. Now, when exploring a server to see all the things that have changed, there's a high likelihood you're going to end up in the Nether Hub. Oh! God, I thought that was a little... What the heck? I thought this was an armor stand thing. Dude. Say what? Oh my God. I thought that was an armor stand. Dude, what kind of portal is this? Dude is aggressive. What is on his head as well? It's like he's wearing a Scar hat. These are skeletons. What the heck is this? These are skeletons with Scar face. I am so confused. As I approached it, I had this weird feeling of like details not being quite right. I'm thinking armor stands, but no, they're actually... Look at that little skeleton. Oh my God. Dude, I'm like farming tridents. If only I could pick them up. That was kind of wild. I don't know what Scar is trying to achieve with that nether portal. But anyways, I ended up over here at Full Symmetry's incredible base, exploring the area, trying to find her because it was her birthday. And of course, I'd have to sing her a birthday song. Happy birthday to you. This is definitely not cringy. Happy birthday, dear Falsey, who I cannot even find. Happy birthday to you. Hello.
Thank you. How have you gotten where are you? Even I can't find you.
I'm in your base. I'm in this like cactus farm area. That's super cool.
Yeah. Hi. I'm next door.
So what's going on here anyway? Like in this little farming setup.
This is the concrete farm.
Ah, okay.
There isn't any in there right now, but yeah, if you
Oh my God.
use it at the top, it explodes in there.
There's a giant. Okay, is this like a TNT duping setup? Or
Yeah.
or
I guess so, yeah.
non-duped? Yeah.
Well, I mean, can you even do a non-dupe? Like, I don't even understand the like mechanics of it enough to know what the options are. But
Well, I think you can,
pretty
but the
complicated.
people that make these sort of farms tend to use the dupers because you can stock up a dispenser full of TNT, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that, but it's just like
It's not
just
built
save
for
some
that.
time, right?
Yeah, it's just built for the duper. I'm actually having
Yeah.
trouble with TNT duping on one of my farms, and this is different.
Hmm.
So, that TNT duper, it's reliable. And you know the one that I've been using? We drop the TNT into a water basin, and on occasion it just refused to be pushed by the water, and therefore breaks, and has been a constant headache for me having to come over here and fix things. So now, on top of this one, we have that TNT duper to do the job. And all the way over at the opposite side, our rooted dirt farm also has this TNT duper. It's been working wonderfully, but that's not the only thing that I've fixed up. Cybot came up with a solution for the issue we had here. If you look at the back, you'll see it's a solid wall of pistons. Turns out that the leaf blocks, they create an update when they're moved away from logs. We can actually see this on the right-hand side where it says distance. That's the distance from a log block. So when it was getting updated, it was causing some of the pistons to stick out. So now I've replaced it with this system. And that's basically left us with one final flaw I'm hoping to fix right now to make this tree farm very complete. And the solution might actually be really quite easy. You see, we have a dispenser here for spitting out any items that come through the system, and I only want to pick up saplings, so I need to stand here. The issue is that the items cluster on these edges, which can't be full blocks because then this becomes bigger. And when the glass pane is bigger, items will then land on it and not go into our water stream. The way in which we power the dispenser to get rid of these items is with the target block that's directly below it. So we want to have a chain of hoppers come through here, right? To send the items to wherever they need to go. If we just put a hopper like that, it's locked by that target block. And you can see it here now. This is extremely simple. Because the dispenser is going to spit out an item when it gets powered, the hopper is locked. So I have an opportunity to pick it up before it then gets unpowered and goes into the hopper. So, no more wasted items. We will get more sticks going through into our auto-crafting system. And that leads me to undertake a little bit of a challenge. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out over here. But like on the other side of Loglands, I've now included some auto-crafting for signs, fence gates, and fence doors. I knew I was going to say the wrong word. It's just fences. Just fences. So, the bamboo flows over the top here, but we don't have a source of sticks. So what I'm hoping to do is siphon off some of this bamboo before we go on to craft the mosaic slabs and stairs, and then feed those sticks back into these hoppers. All right, we got this. This is working out just wonderfully. I did take a little time to think this through and actually started to do this the hard way, let's say. But eventually I kind of sussed out the logic and the order of events and how to do this in a pretty decent, efficient kind of way. And that mostly revolves around letting the items flow into the crafter. This will simplify a lot of redstone if you just let this thing back up. So let's go up there and now see it do its thing. It's kind of easy to understand. We use signal strength here. So we've got a signal strength of 8. And that means when this reaches 9, this comparator can turn on because it's in compare mode. And that sets off this clock, which is fed back into the same comparator. So we get this pulse, and it's fed down here to power up the crafter. And so currently it's making a bunch of sticks. But the next issue is what happens when that gets full. Well, we can kind of detect that. So if we put a comparator here and a block there, the signal strength will then override the clock that we've going on. So this can slowly start to drain out. When there's a lack of items in here, it'll fire up again and this thing will get going. And that's it, basically. A cool little module that just takes some of the incoming bamboo and turns it into sticks. Oh, well, look at this. We're getting our fence posts crafted now. Excellent. All right, time for a change of scenery, a change of pace. No turtle eggs have hatched yet. Context is required for this next clip because Doc invited us over to the spawn chunks where he set up a rainbow beacon and he wanted to hook it up with the restart redstone feature that we have here on this server. Ah. What's this right here?
Hello.
Hey, Doc. Somewhere around here? Ah, there you are. Hi.
The rainbow beacon. Check it out, man. Pride month.
Wait. It's this one right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you found a new location for it. It's a good spot.
I think it's all right. It's still in spawn chunks right in front of here.
Yeah.
I think it should be cool. I asked Cleo if she maybe wants to decorate it. Right now, it's just a rainbow hole.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah. Look, I'll switch it on. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Peter Jang made it. You know, then it's it's always a good design. See, now it's like yellow and slowly fading over to green.
I'm staring at this and I feel like I can't see the color changing, but I know it slowly is. It's getting darker.
Slowly darker now. See?
Ooh.
And now it's going to dark green and then, transitioning to blue and so on.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I gotta say though, for Pride Month, like it doesn't quite have the like the flag feeling. You know what I mean? Like I think what you want is just like a row of about 20 beacons.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, better than nothing, eh? Cleo loved it. She said the LGBTQ community says thank you and approve, so that's I'll take it.
Yeah, that's good.
So, it's difficult with the flags, anyways. I've lost count how many flags that are existing, so I just opted to post a pirate flag from now on. That's
you identify as a pirate, Doc.
Yes. Matey. So listen, man, look, like this is the block that turns the thing on, right? So it just needs a permanent power. The only thing we need to consider, we cannot put redstone on here. We need a repeater or something, so we don't, but...
So what you need from me is the restart redstone feature that I added. Now, when I got this made and put on the server, I so thought that like every redstoner would be gunning to use this thing, and no one has touched it except me.
I know.
So I'm happy that you have a use for it now.
I even made a statement that I'm trying to avoid it because I feel it's too modded or whatever. But for this case, as it's a community thing, and I thought it'd make you happy if somebody finally uses it.
I see. It was all for me.
Yeah. So technically, I don't know. What does it put out? Like a pulse or what? Or what does it do?
Yeah, so it creates a redstone signal, I think about a minute before the server restarts. So me and Doc spent a bit of time ambling around getting this clock hooked up to this thing here. So the feature is pretty simple. When the server is going to restart, this will just turn into like a regular redstone block for a second and then turn off. So there's a timer here to basically safely turn this off and then start it back up when the server comes back up. And the redstone here, by the way, is just absolutely marvelous. Like, I kind of get the gist of what's going on, but I couldn't explain it on a technical level. One thing's for sure, though, it's wonderful, and it's cycling through all these different glass blocks so that you have a complete RGB cycle of the beacon beam's color range. What about this B-dubs build, by the way?
Yeah, man, it's epic.
It's
I
like,
think it's courthouse, man. It looked like somebody photoshopped it here.
yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Like, with exception to the tough, these blocks have been in the game for years, and
Yeah.
somehow B-dubs just turns up and makes a masterpiece with them. It's incredible.
I know. Yeah, he's on a whole nother level, bro. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Cool. All right. So we had a look at this ominous block now too. Hopefully this worked right. It just how long is the pulse? It sends like a 2-tick pulse or what?
Yeah, it's
Like,
a
do you
short
know?
one, so we've set it up
Alright.
correctly. And dude, it works. I've been using it for a long
Yeah.
time, so
Yeah,
it's good.
man. Let's see. Maybe I get convinced. What do you think, viewers? Should I use this thing or not? I don't know.
Yes.
I mean, I can't think of any farm where it
Yes.
would be useful.
Well, who's that? A tango.
Oh.
Sifo.
It's Betho.
Speak of the devil again. Well,
Hey,
kinda.
Hey.
Howdy.
how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
You feeling the light updates?
I'm hearing things. Wait, what? Is that the...
What
Oh,
color
it's
is that?
changing
What
color
color is that?
beacon. Wait a second.
Oh,
We got a lime.
it's
It was
RGB
yellow
coded,
just a
man.
moment ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's hundreds of colors.
I was gonna say, before you go, what does the Death Star look like to you right now?
I can't see it from here.
Oh, dude, are you not using Bobby?
No, I had trouble with it.
Ah, that's
No, he's-
unfortunate. I happen to know that it's changed, and I'm gonna fly over there and watch it like load in.
I'm guessing
It'll be
Jevin did
glorious.
his thing, though.
He did.
Is it
Yeah,
yellow?
Jevin pranked, man. It's epic.
Pranked hard.
Have
Is
have
it the
seen
full
already?
size thing? I thought he built one next to it or something.
No, he covered the whole Death Star, man.
Oh, here it
Pretty epic.
comes. Dude, this thing is far
Oh,
away.
snap.
Oh! Love it. That looks so
Looks
good.
like a puke.
That looks so
He's
good.
puke.
Looks like a puking.
Oh my
smiley
God.
now, man.
Yeah.
Doc's puking effects. Wow.
Yeah, brings it to life. Wow.
How do you get in this thing now? I don't even know how you got in it to begin with, to be fair.
I don't think you have to get in there. The shopping is actually down there where the blast zone is. The small tent.
No, there's a shop inside, too.
Speaking of shops, there's been another adorable one that's popped up here on the server, made by one of our newest hermits, Smallish Beans. Look at this bumblebee right here, that's gorgeous. It's a honey shop, but sadly might not get much business from me, because you know I've already sussed out my honey farms for the season. In my base, I actually have chests upon chests of honey blocks and honeycomb. But this is what I'm for, the special honey song. I absolutely want to hear this. Okay, the honey song.
Honey, honey, must be running
Oh my
in
god.
this Minecraft world. Honey, 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 always spongy in this Minecraft world. Oh, all the things I could buy.
Oh my god.
If I sold all of this honey in this Minecraft world.
Bravo! Bravo! I absolutely love that. Oh my god, apparently there's also like a big bear eating honey. I can see it, look! It's Winnie the Pooh! Oh my god, that is adorable! Oh, this is just wonderful. This is taking shopping to the next level. Look, we're going to be heading back over to Loglands. Got some more stuff to do there. I think I'm just going to listen to this one more time while I'm not recording. That was an absolute delight. Loved it. Okay, back to business. Earlier in the episode, we identified that our Nether Sprout farm didn't actually obtain Nether Sprouts. So down here, I've added an additional farm, and of course, I've removed my scaffolding, so we don't have a proper way to get up there for now. We're going to launch an Ender Pearl, and yeah, look at this. We can jump down into it some way. Right, and this thing will look very familiar because we based it off of the same sort of design and mechanics for that. The difference here, though, is that you sit in a minecart, and then you aim to get your Nether Sprouts. Unfortunately, you can't aim at both the front and the very back at the same time. So you could either AFK here and not quite get all of the nether sprouts, or you could manually aim at them. And some of you will probably point out, look, it's not the most effective thing ever, right? The timing of the water could be better. Maybe the farm could be a little bit bigger, but it does the job. We can get nether sprouts from it, and it didn't take me too long to set up. Best of all, the redstone down here is super simple because it relies on the 2 detector rails that we have at either end. So on this side, it just powers the water. The redstone torches at the back here go up to the top. This redstone controls the trapdoors. On the opposite side, with a little bit of timing, it powers the dispenser for the bone meal. And we are, of course, just siphoning off bone meal from the stash that we have directly above. Okay, so job's done, but there's something else that needs doing here. I've now redirected the water so that it drops down into this area, and then that drops down into a pipe that goes underneath this farm and around to a storage area. And I haven't built that yet, but since it's going to be so plain and simple, just a bunch of item filters and chests, we're obviously not decorating any of this stuff as of yet. I think I'll just crack that out in between episodes. What I want to show you next is the finishing touches on our crafting for bamboo. We will now be crafting every single type of block you can make from the bamboo. But let's say every single type, I'm talking all of the different bamboo variations, because of course we craft that stuff here, but also things like crafting tables and chests. And earlier in the episode, we hooked up the stick crafter so that we could get these ones. And that leaves us with 3 more types to get. It is the mosaic block, then the mosaic stair and slab. And in order to do that, we need to convert these blocks into slabs and then into mosaics. And just so it's super clear, I'm actually just going to chuck this into a crafting recipe. I'm talking about making slabs like that, and then this recipe to make them into mosaic. Once we've done that, this bit is really simple as it's the same system as we've got over the other side. The only difference is that the first one looks like a crafting setup, but actually all it does is just redirect mosaic to fill up this barrel. And this reminds me to put a cap on that for the time being. Before we get this thing running, I want to explain the redstone that we have here. And if that's like your favorite part of the episodes, I know it is for some of you. I've been reading my comments and seeing great feedback on the redstone segments. My live stream for the 6th of the 6th over on the 2nd channel, I did all of this on that stream if you want to see me go through the process. Right now, though, I'm just going to explain the end result, which is this nifty contraption. There are a series of events that need to take place here, and we've kind of distilled it to its simplest form, where we first focus on this crafter. So when 3 of these planks arrive, we want to turn them into slabs, but that produces 6 slabs. So when they appear into these slots, they will be evenly balanced, and this needs to be powered 3 times. So here we have a setup to detect when we have a full crafter, as the original signal is just 8, and when this is full, it'll be 9. So that'll turn on the lamp down below, which will power the crafter, so it does its first bit of crafting. And then it also sends a signal around the back. And when you see it from this side, you can see that we power these observers by detecting the repeaters down below. And it's so awkward to do this in survival. You can kind of see that that's leading into that repeater, which points into the block under the second crafter. So this will get powered 3 times. Now there are 2 other issues. What happens if this thing starts to fill up with planks? And the same for the hopper on this side, because if this were full, this thing would just craft and spit the items out into the world. And this is where we strike 2 birds with 1 stone. A redstone. So if there are items in this hopper here, we simply transfer a signal across to the other side to lock this hopper and stop any more items coming in. So that means the amount that are already here, it will continue to do its thing and fill them up into the other side. But because we've got like 5 stacks here, it's never going to back up, and this thing's going to be locked so this thing doesn't overflow. And I'm confident that now that I've put this hopper here, it's just going to go and do its thing. Now, when you look in here, it actually like slows down a little bit. So maybe you could make this argument that this could be more optimal in terms of speed, but I like the fact that it's locking that hopper and the system is basically never going to break. And so on that note, we have finished another one of our auto crafting challenges, one of the first ones I set for myself. And I got to say, maybe the footprint is a little large, but I absolutely love this. And Loglands is coming together just wonderfully. But we need to go and check up on the turtle eggs again. It wasn't so long ago that I was over here, and I don't think a night has passed, and it might be a while before all of these hatch. I will be keeping an eye on it, but for now, that is it from me this episode of Hermitcraft. Really do hope you have enjoyed yourself. If you did, leave a like on the video. Thanks as always, and I'll be seeing you soon with another one. So take care. Bye-bye.